So what does a meaningful life look like to you? If you're an artist, if you're a creative, and you're still upcoming, what does a meaningful, successful life look like to you in your domain, in your field, as you are plugging in? Are you going to define success based off of how the industry is projecting success to be? Or are you going to define success for yourself? So many artists end up giving up on their dream, giving up on their vision, not seeing the value in their talent because they're trying to keep up with a projected version of what success should look like for them. You have your talent. You're trying to get your voice heard. There is a message in you. It could be love. And you know that love doesn't have a price tag, right? It could be hope. You see the value in your message? Hope doesn't have a price tag. Imagine if you see the currency in your talent and you decide to stay true to the raw essence of your talent. And then maybe you define success to you. Maybe you could define it as in you want to release one album every year for the next 5 years, and you're going to stay true to that core message that you feel resonating in your soul. It could be hope. It could be love, right? It could be bringing people together. Whatever it is, that core vibration that you feel in your soul. Maybe that could be your definition of success. Maybe that is what a meaningful life could look like to you. Maybe to some other artist, success could be having 10 houses, 50 cars, lots of beautiful women. Maybe that is their definition of success, right? But then when you listen down to their content, is there really any solid substance, that richness in spirit that carries souls through their journey? Is there any richness in it? So you start to see that you have the permission to define success for yourself. You don't have to inherit the industry's version of success or the society's version of success. You don't want to feel unfulfilled as you are going through your artistic journey. Because whether you see it or not, your talent is precious. What you are doing is far more important than you probably even give yourself credit for. You make people happy. You make people dance. You make people think. You are literally contributing to somebody's reality, how they co-create their reality through your craft, right? So you see that there is value just even in your voice alone. So do not subscribe to that which would get you to feel inadequate or to feel like your contribution or your effort isn't appreciated. You have to remember what really matters the most, and I'm sure you do. You know that you making your supporters happy is what matters. The industry has space for you. You just have to fine tune and align yourself with your core message and let that be part of your identity, part of your brand. Let that tie in, and then define success for yourself. That way you don't have to feel like you're suffocating. That way you don't have to feel like you need to kill yourself, sell your soul. Nah, for what? You just align yourself, and with clarity, you're going to project accordingly. Yes, because you do have the permission to design your own metrics. Define what a meaningful career looks like for you, and be very intentional and let it sit within your means. Because if you up and coming, you probably got 2 jobs, right? Then you still got to take care of your own personal life, family, friends. There is so much that you're juggling, and you're not just an artist, because a lot of times, a lot of independent artists don't even have a manager. They don't have a PR agent. They don't have a lawyer, right? So they're doing a whole lot. So imagine you have to do all of that, and then still have to try to catch up to what the industry is defining success to be. A lot of artists just give up. Before they even get to burn out, they just give up, because real life starts happening, and then they start feeling inadequate. And they forget that it started off with this raw, pure desire to want to express, to want to get themselves heard. Then they start to chase this external ideal, and then it just kills the creativity. It kills the love for the creativity. And I'm here to remind you that, look, success doesn't have to be loud to be real, and you don't have to follow anybody's model. You could just sit down and write out what you would like to have fulfilled when it comes to your creative side. Just write it out. What is it that you want to have fulfilled? And then have a deadline to it, and then do everything to align yourself with that, using all of the tools and resources available. Make it happen. And remember, you can always connect with us at adrentertainment.com, right? That way you can get access to the tools right there, everything just in one place for you. You get access to it. And if you still need more clarity, you could book a session. Book a session with us. We can get to aligning everything, including a clear career plan, because you need that. You don't want to be navigating without a plan, and you're just supposing that you're going to arrive at a destination, right? So remember, we're here for you, and we have all of that in place just to make your journey more enjoyable. Define success for yourself. Don't be trying to meet up to somebody else's expectations. You're burning yourself out, and yet the industry, you're still feeling as if it doesn't appreciate what you're doing. You're still feeling as if it is not reciprocating the energy that you're putting in. You shouldn't feel that. You shouldn't feel like that. You shouldn't have to feel that way, especially if you know you're giving it your best. I hope this resonated with you today. Remember, you are already on the path. You already have that mindset, and you're already doing what you got to do. So just keep the consistency, refine yourself, and keep going, because there are people that are already watching you. There are people that are already sharing your stuff. There are people that are already gravitating towards what you have to offer. Take care out there and continue to shine. You're doing well. Continue to shine.